Either way, the number one team that is, of course, the Gujarat Titans. So Gujarat, obviously, as we know, they had a major streak going on. Miller and Tewatia were probably the main some of the main reasons for that because they were able to finish everything. They were able to take a game which seemed fairly close against RCB, was shaping up to be fairly close, but then they closed it in a fantastic style, and they just got their first loss. The streak was broken against the Punjab Kings. So, what do you think of everything?
Well, looking at the Gujarat Titans side, I mean, Ridham and Saha opening instead of Matthew Wade has worked out quite well for them. He's giving the start that they need in the power play. Wade didn't give that and put all the pressure on Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya has been quite mediocre over the last few games. He's not bowling, so that means that Gujarat need to play one less batsman, one more bowler. The extra bowler has come in form of many players, whether it be Alzari Joseph, Yash Dayal, Pradeep Sangwan, or whoever. Pradeep Sangwan actually in his previous game had a solid performance of 2-19 after playing a first game in the IPL after 4 years, but he kind of tapered off against the Punjab Kings a bit. So when I look at the Gujarat side at the start of the season, I thought they were absolute bottom
Yeah,
runners. They had no hope in life, but Hardik Pandya has done it. The one thing of concern for me from the Gujarat Titans side is still their batting because Shubman Gill has been extremely inconsistent. Hardik Pandya has tapered off. So even if you see in the RCB game, without Rahul Tewatia, they lose that game. So it's again Tewatia Miller, Tewatia Miller. So if Tewatia Miller don't perform, Gujarat Titans don't get to a score that they need. And we saw that against the Punjab Kings, and the Punjab Kings just obliterated them. Even with like Lockie Ferguson, Shami, Rashid in a lineup with a good bouncy track, Gujarat were blown away. So it's an interesting mix of players. They'll of course qualify. I think they win one more, they qualify, right? So
yeah,
I think
they're
they'll of
definitely
course,
going to qualify. I think
yeah,
they are
they're
like five
definitely going to
games,
qualify. But
4 games left. Sorry.
title contenders, they are for sure. But I don't think they have it in them to go all the way. I think some of the other sides look more well-rounded because this side just looks to me, even though they win all the games, it doesn't look like a champion side as of yet.
I was gonna say that like obviously they're at the top of the table. They're dominating so far, but I don't see a champion side in them. As you said, I don't think they're gonna go all the way, even though they are playing the best right now, as evident by the points table. And yeah, you brought up a few things that I was thinking about as well, which was that at the beginning of the season, as we talked about in week 2, I believe, the reason we thought Gujarat wouldn't do well was maybe their weak middle order, like Hardik Pandya. We didn't really trust in Tewati and Miller, and they've all performed. Hardik Pandya maybe tapered off a bit, but in general he's had a fairly good season with the bat. And now they might be a little too over reliant on Miller and Tewatia, but together the two of them, the two finishers, are doing brilliantly. Tewatia is a pretty big shock, but he's fantastic for the Gujarat Titans. So that's all good on that front. And speaking of their bowlers, Mohammad Shami got obliterated by Liam Livingston yesterday. It was I believe he got whacked for 28 runs off of the last over. Livingston was able to finish. That first six went for 117 meters, which is
Yeah, Rashid
just
Khan went
incredible.
and checked Livingston's bat and stuff. I mean, like,
Yeah,
wow, like what a shot. And
what a
apart
shot.
from that, like Sai Sudarshan got them the runs yesterday, but you're not gonna back on those players. Even if Shubman Gill is not in form, like you want 30s from him, like consistently
Yeah,
to a certain extent. Even Hardik Pandya, you just want that 20, 30 runs from there because you know that you have the power in Kilamila and Rahul Tewatia. So you just need consistency there. And one more thing I'll add on. If say Hardik Pandya can bowl, then they can remove one of their bowling options, whether it be Alzari Joseph or anyone, and say they remove Alzari Joseph. If Alzari Joseph goes out, then you can get in Matthew Wade in, but not to open. You can get Matthew Wade in at 7, you can get Matthew Wade in at 6, and he can do what he's done for Australia in the T20 World Cup, which is just come and bash a few. And that has batting depth to the lineup. Hardik Pandya automatically sends the bowling depth in. So I think that's one thing that they should look at to make themselves a more all-rounded side.
yeah.
Other than that, they're going good. They've surpassed everyone's expectations. and Awade.
To be fair, like Gill did get run out. It was a very good run out for Punjab. But yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, like
you
about runouts, right? Kohli got 2 runouts on like what duck or something like that, right?
mhm.
It's still a duck.
No,
Like
no, yeah, fair enough, fair
is
enough.
what it is.
That is fair enough.